How many snaps did they run in the 14 personnel?
That's only for us.
100% of the snaps.
What is going on, everybody, and welcome into Week 4 injury updates. This is a unique one. It is a 14 personnel front yard fantasy crossover. I am your host.
Silver event.
It's huge. It's massive. Everybody's talking about it. I am your 14 personnel host, Justin Wright. I am joined by co-founder of Front Yard Fantasy, John Luke Garofalo, JL, as we know him lovingly. What's going on, JL?
Not much. How you doing, Justin?
Good. This is a long time in the making. Obviously, we've been on streams, but if you're seeing this video, there's a chance you're finding it on 14 Personnel or Front Yard Fantasy. It's on both channels.
It's like Pokemon. You have two versions. It's the same game, but you get two versions.
Yep, fantasy football, Pokemon. We are on brand here.
Right on brand.
What else did you expect? We got 10 guys here. We're gonna update you on their injury status. They were either missing practice throughout the week, missed a game last week, and we're just giving you what you should do with them, heading into Week 4 here. So first name on the list, Lamar Jackson. He is dealing with a back injury. He did not practice Wednesday or Thursday, got in a full practice on Friday. Before that Friday news, I was not going to start him. If he was limited, I was not interested in playing Lamar because your back's pretty important when you rely on your legs so much. I mean, are those concerns gone now for you, JL?
I mean, they're not gone. Like you said, a back injury is tough, but it's Lamar Jackson, and they're going to play him, and he's going to find a way to run. And even if he doesn't run as much as he normally does, he's been pretty good in the passing game against the Lions. They really focus heavily on the passing game because it was working. And so he did run a lot in that game too. Don't get me wrong, but I think that he'll be fine.
Yeah, I'm with you. So, I mean, one name I want to throw out, because somebody asked me this, in my DMs prior to Friday's news, Kirk Cousins or Lamar Jackson this week.
Oh, Lamar Jackson.
It's gross. Yeah,
it's gross.
I lean Lamar as well. If he was limited again on Friday, I'd have picked Kirk Cousins. That full practice, I am putting a lot of weight on that. So Lamar, lock him in as a top 10, top 8 quarterback again this week.
What about
number 2 on our list?
What about Jalen Hurts or Lamar Jackson?
Lamar Jackson. Yeah, I don't care. I love Jalen Hurts in fantasy, but I'm still going to take Lamar just because they're the same player. I just think Lamar is better.
Yeah, much better.
That's where I'm at.
Yeah.
Number 2 here, we got Dalvin Cook. Missed last week with a sprained ankle. However, he's back this week. He has gotten in 2 limited practices Thursday and Friday. He's one of those start your studs guys, right?
Yeah, you can't sit Dalvin Cook. You got to start him if he's playing. They looked great last week. Alexander Mattison looked great. So I can't. It is against Cleveland, which is going to be a tough matchup. Cleveland is very good defense, but you got to play Dalvin Cook.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. There's really not a lot to say. There's no fringe guy that I'm considering over him. Like, I'm not considering Javonte Williams with Melvin Gordon banged up. I'm not going to make that switch. Like, there's no way.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You got him. You got to start him.
Yeah. I mean, think about how bad you're going to feel if he goes off, right? And he's on your bench.
That's 90% of my decisions. Like, if I sit somebody, I'm like, am I going to feel stupid?
Yep.
If they
loss
do
aversion bias. Yep.
Always. Like, can I live with losing if I sat Dalvin Cook?
Yeah.
No, I can't. So number 3 here, we have Antonio Gibson, who was, perfectly healthy leaving week 3, pops up with a shin injury now. He did not practice Thursday. However, he came back to practice Friday. Thursday feels like a rest day. Is he in the same boat as Dalvin Cook to a lesser extent?
To a lesser extent, I think you can sit Antonio Gibson if you have better options. But most people are not. Where you drafted him, you're likely he's going to be your running back 2 at best, running back 1 at worst. And so, I think that you got to start him.
Yeah. So, I mean, who are some names you said you can sit him? Who would some of those better names be for you?
Who you can sit?
For Antonio Gibson, saying if you're sitting Antonio Gibson, you said you technically could sit him. Who would be someone you'd play him over or would play over him?
Let's see. Let me pull up a list here. Let me think of
Let's say you
something.
got Myles Gaskin.
No, I'm playing Antonio Gibson. What
Chris
about
Carson.
Chris? I would play Chris Carson over him.
Interesting.
What
Okay. I lean Gibson.
you lean Gibson on that?
Yep.
Okay.
And
What
then-
about Chuba Hubbard?
Oh, Antonio Gibson. Yeah.
Antonio
I
Gibson.
saw plenty of Hubbard. Like he's going to get volume, but he's fine. Like he's not he's gonna be a back end RB2, probably just barely top 20. I think Gibson could still be a top 10 running back this week.
Yeah, I think so too. What about Jonathan Taylor?
Oh, Jonathan Taylor is not leaving my lineup against Miami.
You
I
gonna
will
play
play
anyway?
him. Yeah. I'm playing both of them. I'll find a way to get
That's
both
some
of them in
people
my
have said.
lineup.
If you got Jonathan Taylor and Antonio Gibson, you got to start both of them because you're probably you're hurting.
That's pick 1 and 2. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
That's who you have. Number 3 here, we have Darrell Henderson, or just number 4. Number 4 here, Darrell Henderson dealing with a rib injury. He's a start. If he is a start technically. Again, he's 2 limited practices. It's tough to sit him, but how do you feel about it?
He's looked great when he's played. The first 2 games, he looked fantastic. This is a rib injury, and from what I understand, this is going to be a pain tolerance type of thing. Rib injuries are no joke. The thing that gives me the question mark here really is the defense that he's going up against. He's going against the Cardinals. Their defensive line is fantastic, and I could see this game being one where the running backs really need to just run those like bruising run plays where they're just like running full force, just trying to make something happen. Yeah, establish something. And I feel like with his injury, it's a lot of factors going against him that worry me. I could see them sort of throttle his usage from what we saw, even if he is playing.
Yeah, so I got 2 names here I'll throw out for you. Javonte Williams or Darrell Henderson.
I would probably start Javonte Williams in this game.
So would I. I'm playing Javonte, especially with Melvin also dealing with a rib injury. Again, he's not on today's episode, but there's the news. And then
there's the news.
He made it. And then Chase Edmonds against the Rams here in what could be a shootout. Should be a shootout.
I'll probably go Chase Edmonds.
So would I. Yeah. Darrell Henderson is the very back end, I think, of RB2s. He's a flex more likely than not. I get it's tough to sit him, but I think you may, if you have guys to play over him, I think you play them over him, if that makes sense.
Yeah. The risk is a little too worrisome.
Yep, exactly. So, all right, we're jumping to wide receivers here. We have Diontae Johnson first. He missed last week. However, he is back. He was a full participant on Thursday and a full participant on Friday. It's wheels up for Diontae Johnson if you got him.
Yep.
Yeah. We could break it down, guys, but
we're not.
Is there anything?
No, he's practicing. Matter. He looks good. Load up your Diontae Johnson.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, well, let's keep it quick on him. He's a top 20 wide receiver. To his teammate, though, Chase Claypool, dealing with a hamstring injury. It was not there Wednesday. He popped up on the injury report Thursday with a limited practice, and he's limited again on Friday. Is he another one, if you have better options, you're going away from him, or are you starting him?
Yeah, he's another one who's in that gray area that, I'm not going to panic and sit him for someone who, I wouldn't put in Terrace Marshall over him or something like that. But I am concerned. Hamstring injuries are those tricky traps in fantasy football, right? Where you can get a player, you load them up, and then all of a sudden they're only in for 10% of snaps. So I would be concerned if you have a better option, or if you need that really boomer bust, that high upside type of play. Not boomer bust, sorry, high upside type of play Chase Claypool. You're going up a tough matchup in your own fantasy league. Then I would start him. I wouldn't be too worried then. Yeah,
I'm the same way. I'm not going to play KJ Osborne over Chase Claypool.
Yeah,
another guy getting hit with a ricochet shot
Khalif
here.
Raymond.
Yeah, no, don't do that. Play Claypool in that instance. Most likely he's a flex for you anyways.
What about Tim Patrick or Chase Claypool?
Chase Claypool.
Okay. I think
I'm comfortably on Claypool there.
Yeah.
Hopkins. We got DeAndre Hopkins here. Obviously was banged up last week. Full participant on Friday. Again, another rib injury. These things linger. We know it. But, you're starting him.
Yep,
I don't
practiced
really.
in full Thursday, which is good to see. But you got to start DeAndre Hopkins.
Yeah, he's in. Next one here, and you're going to notice the graphic changed a little bit. Julio Jones dealing with a hamstring injury, did not practice at all this week. There's still talk he could be active, but again, no practice whatsoever.
Actually, I have some breaking news as of 2 minutes ago. Julio Jones and AJ Brown ruled out.
Well, guys, there you go. Julio Jones, we're on top of it.
Just good thing that did not break. Like 5 minutes later, we would have had to just cut that whole part out of this video. It would have
it's here, guys.
It's
you got breaking news.
Breaking news. Definitely sit Julio Jones, no question mark. We got the full red. He is not playing.
Well, this next one's going to be great. Sit AJ Brown.
Now this one's interesting. I
don't know, guys. Get frisky. Play him. So then I guess let's talk about Nick Westbrook-Akine per JJ Zacharyson. I think that's how you pronounce it.
Yes.
So
I hope.
Are you starting him? Like, is he a very viable flex against the Jets?
I think he's an absolutely flyable flex. Absolutely flyable flex. Nick Westbrook-Akine. He wasn't getting a ton of targets last week. Really, he hasn't been a high target type of guy. So I'm not like rushing to play him. I'm not going to put him in over anyone who's really proven it. But who else are the targets going to go to? Who was it? Scott Fish was saying, came into our stream yesterday and was like Racy McMath. None of us even knew that was a real player.
Chester Rogers.
No, I think he could have an opportunity. So I would throw him into like the emergency start category.
Yep. So him or Corey Davis against the Titans.
I would go. Oh God, that one sucks. I would go Corey Davis.
So would I, and it's close though, and I think that says a lot. So let's go out one more. Well, he's out. Like, I was going to say Julio Jones. Looking up and down Fantasy Pros.
Westbrook-Akine or Rondell Moore?
Westbrook-Akine, comfortably.
Christian Kirk? Same thing.
Westbrook-Akine, yep. I don't know who it's going to be from Arizona. It's going to be one of those two, and I don't want to guess which one. That's it.
That's fair. Oh, I got a good one for you. Devonta Smith or Westbrook-Akine?
Devonta Smith against KC. I think he gets right. I'm going to go with talent.
Yeah, talent and hopefully game script. Hopefully it's a high-scoring game.
Exactly. So to close out the episode, we have the man that lives on the injury report, it seems. We have George Kittle dealing with a calf injury. And the reason he's yellow with the start and a question mark is how do you sit him if he's active? We've seen him get little to no practice and come out and put up 20 points before. And do you really want to roster a second tight end to sit George Kittle?
I don't want to, but that is the position that we are in here in week 4 with George Kittle. Shanahan is saying that it's not guaranteed Kittle is going to play. He hasn't practiced all week. I'm going to see whether he practices today. That'll be a pretty big indicator. If he doesn't practice today, if I have Kittle and he's my only tight end, I'm going to try and probably roster another tight end.
Yep. So one tight end I would play over him specifically, and he's going to be out there on waivers. Dawson Knox against Houston. I will play over George Kittle if Kittle is healthy. That's how, you're going far down the list here.
Yeah. What about, this maybe will be an easy one, but Higbee?
Oh, yeah. Higbee's a top 10 tight end for me. I don't know if he'd be out there on waivers. If you can scoop him, great. I think he's an every week starter to begin with.
Yeah, I agree. Then, what about Gesicki?
I was literally just looking at it. Yeah, I don't trust Brissett to get the ball outside often enough or consistently enough, so I think Gesicki's a huge beneficiary. I'm okay playing him over Kittle this week as well. Last one, Evan Ingram or George Kittle.
Oh, I hate that. I hate that so much. I would probably stay with Kittle at that point.
So would I. I'm never playing Evan Ingram. I don't care
who
else is active.
I was believing in him coming into the season, and oh God, after one game, I'm like, nope, not interested.
It's over.
quickly jump ship.
Oh, man. All right, guys. Well, that does it for us here. Remember to subscribe to Front Yard Fantasy. Subscribe to the 14 Personnel YouTube. Check us out on Twitter up there in the corner, Front Yard FYF 14P Fantasy. All right, JL,
If
it was a pleasure.
if you've landed on one of our channels, then you can get to the other one by just scrolling down. Bottom of the channel should be there. Friends of respective channel that you're.
Exactly. All right, guys. As always, thanks for watching, and we will see you next time.
How many snaps did they run in the 14 personnel?
That's only for us.
100% of the snaps.